Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a Divine Feminine reading today. And so this is going to be for Divine Feminines out there that are on the twin flame journey. So maybe you are in some sort of a separation or challenge with your Divine Masculine. We're just going to be focusing on your particular energies, where you're at in your healing cycle, what's going on, as well as a few things about your Divine Masculine. So as usual, take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. Today's Orgonite, we're going to be using this nude Orgonite. It is called the Naked Journey, created by my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. It's absolutely stunning. I just felt like using that today. And we're also going to be using this cute little Halloween fabric from Joann's Craft Store and these signs that I got from the at-home store. I'm also going to be using a bunch of different decks here today. None of them are my own, so I just didn't feel called to use those. But I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. Everything will be listed down below. And we also have a little surprise guest here. Look, Tiggs is behind the table. Tiggs, say hi to everybody. I guess he just doesn't want to say hi. Tiggs, there he is, guys. So anyways, a lot of you guys want to know where the cats are when I'm doing my readings. And the thing is, I just have a little bit of a different setup than I had at my old house. And so they're not usually hanging out on the table. But for some reason, Tiggs just wanted to hang out. So there he is. All right, let's get started. So the very first thing that we're going to do, I did create an outline. We're going to go into the past energies that may still be influencing the Divine Feminine at present when it comes to her journey and even just her Divine Masculine or herself. So this particular deck is called the Numinous Astro Deck, okay? The Numinous Astro Deck. What energies from the past are still influencing the feminine today? We have the semi-sextile, allowing. This says encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, and gives hope to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, and rewards. So we're going to, of course, clarify all that information. But this, this allowing energy here, maybe this is about allowing something. She's allowed something to perhaps maybe just happen. Maybe she's allowed something to just flow, or maybe she even allowed something that she didn't want to happen. So there could be a couple of different energies attached to that. We also have Scorpio. So this could be something that happened in Scorpio season, which could be the month of October or even a little bit of November. This could be that she is a Scorpio or that she is dealing with the Scorpio. Scorpio is, of course, the energies of death and transformation. So maybe she has allowed something, she's let something go and has allowed it now to just kind of grow naturally. And last message. We have Capricorn, very interesting. So we also now have it's like we have Scorpio and then it's Sagittarius and then it's Capricorn. So something around the season I'm getting of fall and winter, that something could have happened here. Okay. Or there is Scorpio and Capricorn tendencies. Now, Capricorn is actually ruled by the devil. So I'm getting this energy here where perhaps there was some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle, and she allowed this situation to transform her, because that's the death's energy, rebirth her, shed that devil's energy, shed anything that was holding her back, shedding anything that just was not serving her in a positive way. And she has emerged from this. She has grown from this whole experience. We have now the animal and the boss. So it's kind of like taking control of the beast, taking control of the animal within. Maybe our animalistic natures took a hold of us. Maybe they became out of control. Maybe we were addicted to something. And so rather than allowing that to get out of control, like a boss, we took control of this situation and said no more. Okay. So this past energy is still with the feminine in the present moment. And it could just be because this is still something she's trying to get under control, something she's still handling, etc. So now we're going to go into the Wild Offering Oracle, and we're going to clarify this. What is this energy of allowing? We have patience. Yeah, you know what? I felt this actually more than anything when I first picked up that card. This was about just kind of allowing something to grow in its own, like in the process, trying not to rush anything, trying not to force anything. So it says if you've ever tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. See? It says, may I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. Change did follow this. So when you just kind of stopped pushing or stopped trying to figure something out or stopped trying to force something to happen, literally that's when we've had a death and rebirth and a transformation. So I feel like you're experiencing these symptoms, perhaps like maybe you already did. And so you're feeling the aftermath of this, which you feel so much more in control of your life, or you're currently letting something go. You're currently allowing something to happen. Okay. So whatever this problem is, you have shifted it and you are relaxing and you are trusting now. All right. So let's go ahead and get this Scorpio's energy when it comes to death and transformation. Yeah, look at that. Forgiveness. Something needed to heal. It says healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept that it or what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. So you knew from your past that you did have to let something go, or you know it now. It's like you're able to see something tragic, problematic, something that was painful. You knew that you had to go deeply within yourself in order to forgive and heal and accept something before something can transform and change. So you have taken the devil by the horns. You have faced your biggest fears, anything that you were also codependent on, which the devil can represent. You are healed or healing this energy now. And we have creative blocks. Yeah, anything that was blocking you, I'm getting here, it's no longer blocking you. You've healed this. It says, if you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. So anything that was blocking you from creating the life that you wanted or to create the circumstances that you wanted, you've literally learned to let go and allow and have patience and forgive and heal. So I'm seeing a divine feminine here that in the past that's still affecting the present. Because you've done this healing, it's actually blessing you in the current time. And if some of you divine feminines are still in this process, that is what is to come. So let's go ahead and get just one last layer here. We're going to go into the Star Child Tarot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull these over here so we can kind of see everything all at once. So when it comes to allowing and having patience, what is the message here? We have the King of Swords. Look at this. The King of Swords is about taking control of a situation, taking control over our thoughts, mastering our thoughts, literally communicating our needs. And it's not done with force. The King is in his power. And when you're in your power, you don't feel the need to have to school people. You don't feel the need to have to push your agenda or your belief system on them. You just sit in your own power and your own energy, and you just know. So you allow whatever needs to happen, happen. You're in your truth, though, when you're in the King of Swords energy. Now, of course, this could indicate here that this is about a King of Swords, somebody that may have been very cold and detached and distant with you, which obviously could be your masculine. And this is something where instead of pushing this person to open up, instead of pushing your masculine to open up, you just allowed patiently for him to do what he needed to do. And whether he has gotten to a good place or not, it doesn't matter. You're in a better place because you're in your own energy. You're not worrying yourself or bothering yourself with what he's doing or what he needs to do on his journey. You're just taking care of you. I love this. It's fantastic. So now then we go into the forgiveness, and forgiveness transforms. Forgiveness heals. 2 want to pop up, you guys. We have the Hanged Man's energy, which is perspective, and the Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here for this is that even though this particular forgiveness may have been very difficult for you to do, Divine Feminine, you know that that was the right thing to do for you and your journey. Okay? Perspective, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a very sacrificial card. So we're having to make a sacrifice for a higher good. We're having to see things from a higher perspective. So we don't view this connection or view our energy, our connection with our masculine as over. It's not death in that way. It doesn't mean it's over. It means we are transforming. We are letting go of attachment. We are letting go of low vibrational energies that are not serving us or this connection. That's what we're letting go of. And we're forgiving here whatever has happened that needs to be transformed. So if there's any old energies that don't belong, unforgiveness, being upset about this or about that, trying to hold somebody accountable, yet they're not taking responsibility. It's about just letting it all go. At the end of the day, people are going to come to their own conclusions. We can't force anybody to see anything our way. We all have our own perspectives. So we grow and we transform when we are ready. So we have the Knight of Crystals. The Knight of Crystals, Knight of Pentacles. It's a very slow moving energy, but it's steady. So this tells me here, perhaps for the feminine, she has gotten to a point on her journey to where maybe things are a little bit on hold. Maybe things aren't going as quickly as she would like them to go, but she is willing to be in peace while she is on this journey. It's not going to do her any good on her journey to be pissed, to be impatient, to be doing nothing but twiddling her thumbs and waiting for her masculine to return. She is in this very empowered energy of doing her own work, minding her own business, staying in her own lane, and still holding that healing, forgiveness, and light towards her masculine. I love this. So this brings us to the last message, which is those blocks, any kind of blocks that are blocking us from our good. What is going to block us from our good? The devil's energy, our fears, our ego, our attachment, our need to dominate or control other people. This doesn't work. Trying to control somebody, trying to get someone to see something, it doesn't work. So there is a letting go of this energy for the feminine. She may have struggled with this in the past, but she is getting out of this energy, or she already has. And now what's happening is she is able to be blessed in this present moment. Yep, look at that Two of Swords. She's no longer willing to stay stuck in that energy, that stalemate energy. The Two of Swords is blocked energy, you guys. She is creating a new world for herself. She has the choice on this journey to stay in the devil's energy, to stay in ego, or she can see things from a different perspective, remove those blocks, and move forward on her journey. She doesn't have to wait for her masculine to do anything. She could do this on her own. Okay? She can do this with love in her heart. She can do this while keeping her connection in her masculine in a space of love and light. It's not about cutting the masculine out of her life unless that's what she feels she needs to do. It's about just energetically moving forward. It may even be physically moving forward, whatever is going on for her. But all I know is that she is lifting these blocks that have been creating stagnancy and this toxic energy of the devil. No more. She's a boss. She's taking control. She's taking back control of her life is what I mean. And she's basically creating new wonderful things. So congratulations, Divine Feminine, if that's something that you really struggled with in the past, because now in the present moment, it is influencing you in a very empowered and positive way. I love these messages. So that is what we have here for you guys. So now let's go ahead and take a look and get the energies here of the present. So what is the present energies of this feminine in relation to her journey? Just herself. What does her own energies look like? What does this look like? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into two decks that I rarely use, and I don't know why. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot, and this is also, it's kind of like a deck. It doesn't go with it, but it's from the same creator. It's called the Animal Spirit. Now, the thing is, with this particular deck, there are no keywords on it. I will have to go to the book just to get the keywords. I won't be reading the meaning out of it. I'm just going to pick up on what the animal means. So let's see what's going on for the feminine. We're going to break it down into her mental space, her heart space, what's going on in her physical world, or her thoughts about the physical world, or even her environmental influences, as well as her spiritual energy. What energies are coming through for this feminine at this time? Mentally, what's happening here? Okay, well, we have the bat. That is the element of air. Okay, so the element of air is coming up in the mental space. And we have the fire energy of the scorpion. So fire in her heart space. In the physical world or influence of other people, we have another air card, which is owl. And in her spiritual energy, another air, which is hummingbird. So a lot of air coming through for this feminine. So air, what does this air represent? Air represents our thoughts. Air represents, communication perhaps. It's all about the mind. What we're thinking we create. That's what I am getting from all of that air energy. So let's get some clarifiers here and then we'll get the messages. So the energy that goes with bat, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Hey. So the 8 of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and go into them. I'm just going to go ahead and put these over here. I don't want to put them out of order. There we go. So the 8 of Pentacles with the bat. Let's go ahead and get that message. So let me go to air. Air and bat. Let's see here. Okay. What this is, it says darkness, letting go, and death leading to rebirth, you guys. Oh my God. That's exactly what the feminine just came out of here. The past affecting the present. Some of you guys, you're still in the process of letting go. And you're working on it. The 8 of Pentacles means you are applying yourself. You're dedicated to this. You are dedicated to doing your shadow work, facing your fears, letting go, having that rebirth and transformation that is so necessary on this journey. Some of you guys right now might be very focused on learning something new. Maybe some of you are taking a class. Maybe you guys are reading certain books, taking certain online courses, whatever this is, to where you're obtaining some sort of new just skills. Whatever this is, it's great because it is like you're able to apply this practically to your life. That's fantastic. And some of you guys just might be working really, really hard. You might just be working really hard, really focused on getting things done. And that alone is helping you to transform and to heal and shift energies that have been stagnant or maybe even keeping you down for quite some time. So now we have this Scorpion's energy. This is fire. Okay, so this is in the heart space, you guys. So fire energy in the heart space. So let's go ahead and get this message. Scorpion, it says passionate, competitive, and tends towards isolation. So it could be the Scorpion here, even though the feminine is feeling very passionate, but she could feel kind of competitive at the same time and maybe not really wanting to be around a lot of people. Or maybe she just feels that it's best right now to spend some time on her own, which would be very healing anyways. So maybe she just doesn't want interference in her. Yep, look at that. Oh my gosh, the Hermit, look. I love it when the cards line up like this, just perfectly. Yeah, she's in hermit mode, man. I mean, then that's fine. She's in hermit mode. She just kind of wants to do her own thing. And she's okay in that energy. It's not a lonely space. She's got light. She's illuminated. She's got fire in her heart. I mean, it's not like it's a sad energy. She's just basically very passionate on her own, focusing on her own thing and doing her own thing and just building her empire. That is what I'm seeing. So she's really focused on what lights her soul, what makes her feel good at this present time. She's very dedicated. I can see that with the bat's energy and the 8 of Pentacles. So now this leads us to the owl's energy, which is air. And so this is about either her environment when it comes to other people, or this could even be just about what she is seeing in the physical world. So this is an air energy. So we're going to go into that. Let me just find it real quick. Air of the owl. Where are you? Sorry, these pages aren't. Okay, here we go. Abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. So the fact that that's coming through in the physical world tells me that she could be experiencing some sort of material abundance. It could be that things that she has really worked hard on are suddenly starting to pay off. She's experiencing the abundance in her physical world. This could just be her feeling just overall, just very abundant, just in general. It doesn't have to actually be financial. But it does say treasures, like we are treasuring what we have. We're taking stock of what we are grateful for. We are feeling good about what we have that is surrounding us, what we have built up. And it's also about clairvoyance, really kind of not taking things at face value, really sensing situations or people around her and making, like, discerning what she wants to do. Does she want to, does she want to hang out with this person? Does she want to strike up a conversation with this person? Does she want to get herself involved in this or that? She's very discerning right now with the Owl's energy. Okay. She's not wanting to take herself out of her power. And we have the Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, because this is the energy that actually already came through here. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles was connected to the forgiveness energy. Yeah, the forgiveness energy, I believe. And that is perhaps this feminine being in her all-knowing, intuitive self, that perhaps this, let's just say masculine, if that is who that is, maybe he is not ready. Maybe he is not, where she would like him to be on this journey. So she's totally fine just kind of doing her own thing is what I'm seeing, just allowing him that space and that time to do the work that he needs to do. But I also see she's very dedicated as well. She's really applying her craft very methodically. And kind of like in that hermit's mode. It's very slow moving with the turtle now. And Knight of Pentacles, I'm getting here that she's okay with it. She's made peace with this pace on her journey. Maybe before she was very anxiety ridden because the pace was slow. Things were not happening. But now all of a sudden she's like downshifted into this very peaceful energy on her own. It's fantastic. So now we're ending it with her spiritual energy of the hummingbird. So let me look this up. The hummingbird, we have positive, enthusiastic, and spiritually resourceful. Wow. So in her spiritual energy, she is becoming quite resourceful because she is maybe so much more positive and enthusiastic than she was before on her journey. So it's kind of like she's gotten some kind of a dose of high vibrational energy. Seven of Cups. She's no longer wasting time on fantasies and pipe dreams and kind of staying stuck in any energies that are causing her to feel like she's wasting her life away. She's starting to take action and control of her own living and her own destiny. She's not waiting for this masculine to live her life. She is empowering herself and doing her own thing. So the Seven of Cups is a card of feeling confused, head in the clouds. We don't know what we want to do. There's a lot of choices. We have a lot of things, a lot of decisions to make. It could be very overwhelming energy. But actually what I'm getting here is that she is choosing to be resourceful with the choices that she has been given. The cards that she has been dealt on her journey, she is being very resourceful with this energy. She's making it work for her. She is in alignment with her journey rather than working against it, rather than being in that ego energy and working against herself and her divine masculine and just her fate and her destiny. So she's found a way to make this journey work for her. She's found a way to make peace with it, and she's in the flow with it now. So this Seven of Cups energy doesn't really have to affect her anymore. It's there. There's pitfalls. There's bad days. Sure, there's up and downs. We're not going to be perfect, nor should we even strive to be perfect every single day. We should just be. And that is what I'm seeing for this divine feminine, is that she is just allowing things to flow. She's allowing herself that time to just live and experience life moment to moment, really. Whatever happens, she's just open to it. She doesn't expect anything. So that is what has been transformed, you guys, from the past. that was influencing her. All of those energies, all of those mindsets were actually just causing more stress for her on her journey rather than assisting her in a positive way. So now she's in alignment and peace with her journey, so it can just be that much more pleasurable and that much more peaceful and enjoyable. Fantastic, you guys. So the animals that came through, if you guys, like to just kind of see if there's any spirit animals here for you. We've got a turtle, tortoise, an owl, hummingbird. We also have a deer, we have a scorpion, we have a spider, and we have a bat. Those could be significant for anyone out there watching this video. Okay. So there's always, additional meanings to all kinds of different things. So look it up at on your own time if you want to. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see in relation to her divine masculine. So this is very specific. When she thinks about her divine masculine or the energy that she is currently holding that is connected to him, what does it look like? We're going to go into the Hero's Journey Oracle. It says, you are invited, show up and open up. Divine discernment, something that I actually just spoke about. She is stepping back and she is not, it's like she's not moving forward in the physical world without really, really using her discernment and intuition and thinking about it. She's tapping into her clairvoyance, her higher self, her third eye. She's trusting her intuition over what she sees. So if that means that she's got to step back, maybe even retreat and not participate, then that's what she's willing to do. I'm getting this vibe already with you are invited, but it's not conditional, just so you guys know, I'm not getting that. But it's kind of like I would rather not have you show up right now on a physical level if you are not willing to open up and be authentic. If we're going to go down the same road that we've been down before, divine masculine, then I would rather you not show up at all. It's like suit up, show up and open up, or don't come at all. And we have dream sanctuary. It says attend to the simple things. So those are the three main energies that this feminine is holding towards her masculine. So let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot. We're going to go into the Angel Tarot. Suit up, show up, and open up. Yep. Come as the King of Swords or don't come at all. Yep. That's what I'm getting here. The King of Swords is truthful. The King of Swords is ready to communicate. The King of Swords is mature enough to handle conflict and to objectively look at situations. So you are invited, divine masculine, to communicate with me and show up in my world, but only if you are in this King of Swords energy. And like I said, it is not, it might sound like a condition, and I guess in some sort of a way it is, but the thing is, she knows what she needs. She is in her discernment when she is making that known. So her energy says it. She doesn't even need to actually say this to the masculine. I'm getting here that he energetically knows that if he is going to make a decision to make contact with her or to make some sort of move towards her, that he is going to need to be in that energy. So if he is not making contact with you, feminine, if he is not showing up in your world, this is why, because your energy is very high vibe. You're very much in your power, and this masculine, if he is not empowered, is not going to energetically be attracted to come to you right now. So I'm getting it's for the best, and you are okay with that energy. So now it leads us to divine discernment. You're taking a step back to find clarity. If he needs to take a step back, if he needs to be, apart from you right now, you're okay with that. You're totally okay with it is what I keep getting here. You're totally at peace. Yep, Six of Pentacles. This right here, this is about the reciprocity. This is about the back and forth exchange. It's equal. Again, I'm going to give to you, you're going to give to me. It's going to be an equal exchange. It's not going to be lopsided, perhaps like it was before. So you're coming with 3 coins and I'm coming with 3 coins, and we're going to share those coins. So again, she's willing to go without this masculine and to forego a physical union with this masculine until things are more balanced. Yep. And the masculine may have some decisions to make, and she knows that. She knows that he has decisions to make. She knows that he has things that he has to take care of, and she's not trying to intervene. She's not trying to get in the way. She's just letting nature take its course. So now we have dream sanctuary. So this is a period in her journey where she is, yes, getting things done. She's very much about working on herself, taking care of business, applying herself in creative ways, moving on with her life, living her dreams. She's also attending to the simple things. Like, she's not trying to take things so seriously. That's another thing. When the divine feminine is taking every single thing that's happening or not happening on her journey super seriously, it's like she is just so caught up and on that roller coaster of emotions, just reacting to it. Sometimes it's just about like sometimes we just don't have the answers. Sometimes we're just not meant to know what we feel like we need to know in moments. Sometimes we just need to cruise. Sometimes we just need to be instead of trying to figure it out or have all those answers. So Spirit is saying be in that sanctuary of just living in that dream. Yeah, Page of Wands. Beautiful. Focus on your ideas and your dreams. Look at that. Page of Wands in this deck says ideas. And we did get creative blocks. Remember, you guys, earlier? So whatever you've been wanting to do, Divine Feminines, it's like this is the time to focus on that rather than trying to get some sort of resolve with your masculine. Things are going to resolve on their own. The more that we focus on something, it's almost like it has the opposite effect. When you let go and you just kind of forget about something, it's amazing how it just naturally takes care of itself. You know, kind of like, oh, I totally forgot about this. I guess I was convinced that if I didn't plug my energy into it, like just maximum voltage into it every single day, that somehow I was like something wasn't going to happen unless I was putting energy into it. Sometimes we can get convinced that if we're not just pouring in our energy into something every single day, that somehow it's just not going to work. And the thing is, things have a way of just working no matter what you think you're adding to the situation. Sometimes we get caught up in that headspace of things are going to fall apart without me. You're working at a certain job and maybe that's true to a point, but guess what? People find a way to live and to survive and adapt. So as much as we want to think that we are the glue that is holding it all together, really in the bigger scheme of things, it's not that we're not that important. It's just that we don't have to stress ourselves out with those thoughts. That if we don't plug into this every day, that we don't put forth into, focus on this and keep tabs on it every single day, that somehow we're going to lose it. Man, that must be exhausting. We don't want to exhaust ourselves on this journey. We still want to be able to have enough energy to live and to actually enjoy ourselves doing other things besides just thinking about this masculine and working on this twin flame connection. So if you find yourself just kind of completely lopsided here, where all of your focus is on your masculine and really not a lot of it is on you and living your life and participating in your life, then there is some balancing, Divine Feminine, that you do need to still work on when it comes to this masculine. And that could be for some of you that are still trying to get rid of that energy by transmuting it, going through that death and rebirth, right? Because the King of Swords did come up with all of that. I believe, yeah. See, there was the King of Swords. And the King of Swords was the very first card that came up with the patience energy, as well as just allowing. It's that allowing energy, just allowing this King of Swords to get his shit together and to figure things out on his own. So we need to just kind of let go and let things just naturally process or progress. and just focus on ourselves and just kind of do something else in the meantime. When we do that, it's just amazing how things just naturally conclude. So that is the energy that the feminine has connected to this masculine at this present time. So it's not necessarily negative. I actually see more positives here. But if some of you feminines are struggling, I hope that there was a message in there for you, some wisdom and advice for you on that. So now we're going to do the energy here of the feminine. I'm sorry, the masculine. This is the masculine's experience. This is the masculine's experience and energy that he is holding with him right now towards his feminine and how it might be affecting him. So we're going to be tapping into the Goddess Power Oracle cards as well as the Whispers of Love Oracle. When this masculine thinks about this feminine, what does this energy look like? What is this energy he's holding on to with thoughts about the feminine or the way that he sees her? We have secrets. So this feminine could be a mystery to this masculine. Maybe she is holding a lot of secrets. It could even be that this masculine is holding his thoughts and his feelings and what he really thinks about this whole connection in this situation a secret from her. So it's kind of like she has no idea how he actually thinks or even feels at this point because he has done such a good job of keeping himself under wraps. But I do feel like he is seeing her as secretive. There's something that she is hiding. There's something that she is not telling him. She's a bit mysterious for him. He's trying to figure something out. She's a bit of an enigma for him. What about his emotions? How does he feel? We have focus. I feel like he is actually focused. His heart is focused on the feminine. His heart is with the feminine. It's almost like he has more of this heart connection with her than he does anybody else in his life. So even if he is with other people or he's spending time with other people, the majority of his heart is actually with the feminine, not who he's with or who he seems to be spending time with. So there's an intention there that he has. What about the physical world? We have radical acceptance. So he's had to accept something with the feminine. He's had to accept or radically accept the circumstances between the two of them, which might not be satisfactory to him. So there's that. And then what about spiritually? What is his spiritual energy connected to her? We have inexperience. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clarify and see what these cards actually mean just a little bit more in depth, because I'm not getting this Persephone. I'm not really getting anything on that just yet. So we will continue. So the energy of secrets. What is this? What is the energy of secrets that the masculine has towards this feminine? We have back to what you love. It says your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. First of all, what's standing out to me is reevaluate. If this masculine ever held any secrets from this feminine or secrets tore them apart, I am getting here that he is reevaluating the way that he acted with the feminine. I am seeing that, okay? Back to what you love, what I'm getting here is that he wants to come back to what he loves, and that is the feminine. He felt very loving and like he felt a very loving presence from her as well when they were together. So he's in the current situation right now to where he's on this pathway towards something. And it does look to me like it is the feminine. She may not know this either. So feminine, you might not know that your masculine is actually secretly making his way back to you. It's like he is wanting to come back to what he loves, and that's you, divine feminine. So that's actually the majority of the energy. That is the message. This masculine is withholding his desires, that he wants to come back to you and that he is making his way back to you, but you don't know it. Wow. All right. So that would make sense why we have the focused energy. He's very focused on this feminine in his heart space. It's like he's very focused on what he loves and what he wants. Yep. Why? Because he feels a spiritual connection with her. That's why. He feels something special with her that he hasn't felt with anybody else. It goes beyond this lifetime. So he feels like this attraction, this like continual pull and magnetic attraction towards her. And he can't quite figure it out, but that's why he feels drawn to actually come back to her and revisit this connection. So he's currently reevaluating what he wants and how to get back to her. So now we have Freya, radical acceptance. We have treasured what I'm getting immediately from this is that he treasured his feminine only after he lost her. This doesn't mean that he didn't feel a spiritual connection when they met. It doesn't mean that he didn't care about her when they met, but it just means he really didn't treasure her until he lost her. So he's in a radical acceptance right now with himself, as in he's accepting the consequences of his actions. Yeah. So there might be an unsatisfactory situation now because of the masculine's decisions. There might now be something in the way. There might be something that's keeping them apart. There might be a major obstacle in the way now. And he didn't realize how important she was until he lost her. That's just what I'm getting here. So we have Persephone, inexperience. I feel like on a spiritual level, he just wasn't experienced enough at that time when they met to honor this connection. That is the message now. Yep, forgiveness. It's like, please forgive me, Divine Feminine. I know I disappointed you in the past, but it says nothing can be gained by us holding on to this past energy and this past disappointment. I was inexperienced. Yes, I am getting the message I didn't know any better. It's not that that was an excuse, but it's just where he was at that present time in the past. This is definitely about the past, though. He disappointed her in the past, and there's something that he wants to and needs to be forgiven for in the past. And it doesn't mean that the feminine has to give it to him, but you should, Divine Feminine. You at least should in your energy field on your own, because this will actually help the energy exchange between the two of you. That might be what needs to be released. And the reason I'm saying that, you guys, is because this came up as the past energies, and this is something that needs to be released. Forgiveness. So it comes up 2 times in this reading. It's about forgiving this masculine for the past. He was inexperienced. He didn't know, but he certainly knows now. He's had to go through something. He's had to lose her. He's had to literally go off into the world, and you guys lose touch, or just all this time and space to finally find his way back to his feminine. That's the message. So that is his energy right now. It's it's pretty significant, actually. So yeah, that's what we got, guys. Sorry, we got some cats fighting in the background. All right, see, it's time to forgive. Stop fighting. All right. So now we're going to go into the energies here of the connection. So what are the energies that are currently connecting the two of you? What energies are currently connecting you guys? This right here is called the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. These are the energies that are connecting the two of you. So I'm actually going to grab 4 of these, 4 tarots, but I'm going to grab 1 of these, which is the Work Your Light Oracle cards. These are going to be kind of like the main energies that are connecting the two of you right now. Look, we have the initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. So do you see this dark place? The initiative, we're going into the light. We're transitioning here. That's a death and rebirth card to me. Death and rebirth. So you guys are on a pathway. Amplify your positive emotions. This is beautiful. Okay, so any kind of emotions, you guys, that we have felt that have been very dark, this needs to be transformed. This is going to amplify things. So whatever we're focused on, we're actually amplifying it. We're creating more of it. So if we're focused on fear, if we're focused on loss, if we're focused on all the sad things about our journey, we're actually just going to create more of these rippled effects. So why not step into that pond with positive emotions and see how that affects your journey? So this is an initiation from spirit, a rite of passage to say, do you want to go towards the light, or do you want to stay in the dark of this connection? The choice is always ours. So this is the main energies of the connection right now. You guys are both being initiated by spirit to get out of the darkness, heal it, purge it, so that way you guys can go towards the sacred union, period. So I'm going to put these over here. All right, let's go ahead and get 4 cards. What other energy is connect the two of you on your journey right now? We have true love come to me. Oh my God, I'm telling you. Look at this. This right here, back to what you love. It's like, come to me. And you see that? It's like there's the masculine or the feminine and the masculine, like they're wanting to come back towards one another because of the spiritual connection that they both feel. So true love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. So that's connecting you guys. Very much connecting you guys at this time on your journey. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all 4 and then we're going to clarify. What else? Oh, you guys are connected in your dreams right now. Dream sweep. I'm sorry. Dream sweet, sleep deep. Of course, when I said dream sweep, I was thinking Dream Weaver, that song, which is a totally cute and cheesy song, but who knows? I don't know. That could have something to do with someone out there. But yeah, you guys are definitely dreaming about one another at night, for sure. I think it's like your souls are connecting in the astral plane as well. We have sensuality. You guys could be actually experiencing a lot of sensual energy together. You guys could definitely be having some fantasies about one another. The energies could be quite strong right now. And we also have abundant. Okay. So something is thriving. It says goddess. I feel like the feminine is in her goddess energy because she feels really good and she feels really abundant. So whatever energy she's in, she's literally amplifying this energy for the masculine. Yeah. That's why we have amplify your emotions. Things are freaking amplified right now. Yeah. Things are amplified in this connection. If you're feeling a lot of intense energies, your masculine is feeling that too, divine feminine. That's for sure. So let's go ahead and get the tarot to clarify these. Tell me more about this true love come to me. But we have the Hanged Man. See? The Hanged Man, it's the bat. So the bat makes its way into the reading again. What was the bat connected to? The bat was connected to the feminine. And the bat's card was the 8 of Pentacles. Okay? And then we also did get the Hanged Man too in the reading. The Hanged Man was connected to, I think it was, I don't know what it was connected to, but it was the Hanged Man here in that card perspective. Seeing things from a certain perspective or a different perspective. True love come to me. So this connection right now, when it comes to these two coming back together, it is currently on hold. It doesn't mean it can't happen or it won't happen. But what I am seeing here is that this is something that is going to be dependent upon what the masculine and feminine both release on both of their ends. Because the next card would be death. And we did see a lot of death energy in this reading so far. That's the initiation right here. If you guys can get through whatever this is, letting go, purging, whatever doesn't serve, it's like the next step is transformation. It's the initiative of going into somewhere sacred. So right now it's on hold, but you guys both want it. You guys both want the connection, but it's on hold. So now it might be that that's one of the reasons that you guys are connecting in your sleep. You're connecting in the 5D, the astral plane, is because this physical energy is just not there. So you might just be choosing to connect there for now. Oh my gosh, you guys, with the star. First of all, the first thing that I want to say is this connection is made up of the stars. It's like star-crossed love energy here, spiritual connective energy. It's a beautiful energy. It's hopeful. It's wishing upon a star right before you go to sleep. It's like prayers, things like that. That's what I'm getting here. You guys are both very spiritually connected when you are sleeping. So if there's a lot of dreams that you're having, even nightmares, you guys, this is shared energy because you guys are both purging. You guys are both loving one another. You guys are both connecting in that dream world. And now we have sensuality. Oh my gosh, we have the Ace of Cups. It's like offering your cup of love. We have an octopus now coming through. Okay. It says, your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. Look at that. And this goddess is in the water, you see? And we have waves here, and then obviously an octopus lives in water. So there's something about the ocean and water and being very sensual at this present time, offering your cup of love. Like, this is somebody who is actually bathing in their own cup of love because it's so nurturing, because it's so healing. And when our own cup has been worked on so much and we feel comfortable with our own cup, we can now offer that to our divine counterpart, which creates the Two of Cups. So I feel like what's happening here is in your dreams, you guys are definitely working on this connection, even if you don't remember it. You are. While you guys are on hold, you guys are connecting in another energy and like in another energy field, and you guys are working on this connection. First of all, you guys are already together in another energy field, but in the 3D, you're just not experiencing that or not able to see it. And we have abundance. And we have the Nine of Swords, okay? So this says, Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Well, here's the drawback, our own thoughts, our own anxieties here, our own fears. We already saw that with the devil's energy at the very beginning of this reading. We know that whatever this crap is, it doesn't belong here. This Nine of Swords doesn't belong on this journey. It's supposed to surface on this journey, but it's not supposed to be experienced this entire journey. You're supposed to feel it, face it like a shadow, transmute it, and just move on with your life. You're not supposed to get bogged down by these fears or unforgiveness or hating yourself or hating each other. That energy doesn't serve anybody on this journey. It's got to be getting rid of. It's like worst case scenario, assuming the worst about the other person. It's not going to help here. This is not going to create abundance. You know what it's going to create more of an abundance of? Shitty energy. Nine of Swords energy. You don't want to create more of this, right? So what we focus on, we create. So Spirit's saying this might still be a factor for both the masculine and the feminine, that they're both in their headspace. We do have two swords in this bird skull here. And so this tells me that this is a little bit about the masculine and the feminine, not just one over the other. It's both of them. They both fear the worst, perhaps, maybe because there hasn't been any communication or there hasn't been any movement in a long period of time. They both assume that the other person maybe just doesn't care, but it's like their heart space doesn't lie. What they feel, what they know, their inner knowingness knows better than to fall for this crap. But you're only human, so you still do it. You still go slumming every now and then. And when you go slumming, it might be, you're here. You're here in the dark. But Spirit's saying, nah, you know that this is what this is. You know that this is the energy that you're supposed to be in. You know that's what helps you towards this light, this path towards enlightenment. So remember, whatever you're focused on, you guys, you are amplifying it. Do you want to amplify that? Or do you want to amplify something like this, right? Something like that Ace of Cups. Do you want this, or do you just want to keep staying stuck? So the answers are already with you, Divine Feminine. You already know this. This reading is just probably reconfirming what you already know. And sometimes we need to hear something a million different ways before it actually clicks into place, which is why I do readings every single week, which may be very much the same, but maybe in a little bit of a different outline. But the message is really always the same. We just might need to hear it a few times. So that is the connective energy. That's pretty amazing. So that's what we got. So we're going to go ahead and close up this reading because I'd like to keep it at about an hour because I'm having a tendency to go to like hour and a half to almost 2-hour readings now. So why don't we get some advice for the Divine Feminine on her journey, okay? What does the Divine Feminine, or what does Spirit want the Divine Feminine to just kind of consider and take a look at when it comes to her journey? So I just need to grab the cards that we're going to go into these whispers of love We're going to go into the Moonchild Tarot and the Ask an Angel Oracle. Perfect. All right, so what is some advice for this Divine Feminine on her journey? Let's take a look. Single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited for you. Hey, absolutely. What I want to say, and I say this a lot, your twin flame journey, don't let anybody else tell you what to do on your twin flame journey, because it's a very sacred thing to you as an individual. Nobody has all the answers, okay? Nobody has all the answers out there. Not even really ourselves. We're meant to constantly just continue to thrive by thirsting for knowledge, thirsting for just more understanding on our journey. So we never really reach a destination where we got it all figured out. Because if we did, like, why would we be here? Why would we even have chosen to come to Earth if we were just going to figure it out from the very get-go? It's supposed to be a lifetime journey, you guys. So single-mindedness. Your journey is not like your sisters. It's not like your mothers or your family members. It's not like your friends, other people that you guys know on this journey, other divine feminines. Your journey is not the same as theirs. So really try not to compare yourself to what's going on in their connection versus yours. Try not to listen to things such as, and I'm just going to say this, okay? One of the reasons that I don't do pick a card readings such as, is this person your twin flame or is this person something else? Because at the end of the day, the label doesn't matter. What does it matter whether or not this person is this or that? You've got a soul connection with someone. And if you're resonating with the twin flame journey when it comes to this connection, I don't see any harm in that, especially when you are detached from an outcome. It's when you are attached to an outcome where you are in that mindset that, all twin flames mean this, or all twin flames, and you're hung up on that narrative. That is really going to create a lot of problems for you. And that's just with any journey, really. That's just like being connected to anyone in general. Some people will use the twin flame journey to turn their connection into something that, has to work out. Nothing has to work out. I've got free will, and so do you, and so does your divine masculine. Nothing has to work out if you don't want it to. So it's just about trying to, you can of course be a part of communities. You can of course get advice and maybe even readings if you felt guided to on your connection. But at the end of the day, no one can really single-handedly tell you exactly what is meant for you. So that is for some reason a message that needs to come through to divine feminines today. Really try not to compare yourself with other people or let other people tell you what your journey is or isn't. We have in the light of the moon, a full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. So something about the moon phases. We have already just gone through a lunar eclipse. We're going towards a solar eclipse here, I think in about a week or so. And then July 5th, I believe we're going into another lunar. And I know that the lunar and the solar, it has to do with the new moon and the full moon. So I can't remember which one it is, you guys, but there's something about the full moon energy with one of these eclipses, or both of them, or one. Again, I should have looked that up. I don't really know. But something about the moon phases and the eclipses, there is some kind of light that's going to be shed on something. You're going to come to some sort of an understanding. Something is going to make sense. Something is going to be illuminated for you, especially during the full moons. Now, either with that, without the eclipse, I'm just getting either the next full moon that's coming is really going to illuminate something. It's the light of these eclipses, or the lack of light of these eclipses, is really what is going to bring forth some deep understanding of things. And we have looking at the underbelly. Okay, so it says, be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself or perhaps a project you are working on, or could use some fine tuning. So look at the underbelly of a situation. Are you sure that you're using your time focusing on things that are productive, or are you wasting time on things that are not productive, counterproductive? I just did a reading this morning. It was just a card, not a pick a card, but it was just like a card post of cards I take pictures of. And it was about social media. So I'm only going to bring this up if some of you guys are wasting time watching your masculine, or maybe just caught up on social media, looking into all these people that they're connecting to or talking to. Waste of time. Just again, take it as it resonates with you. But all that's doing perhaps is first of all, it's not giving you an accurate picture of shit. You might think it is, but it's not, because it's probably at some point just even aggravating your senses. It's aggravating your fears. It's actually agitating your fears, your demons, your inner demons. And it's causing you to jump to conclusions that maybe aren't even true. So that is something that Spirit is saying here, is that be sure that you're using your time in the best possible manner. Again, sitting there and doing nothing and putting your life on hold, waiting for your divine masculine to return, isn't a good idea either. And the reason why is because you now are holding yourself back from opportunities to grow and work on yourself. And that's not what this connection was designed for you to now regress and do nothing until this masculine shows up. So this right here is saying, make sure that you are utilizing your time wisely. So if there's nothing that can really be done or solved or resolved at this time, focus on something else. Focus on something else. It is okay. Okay, so these right here, Ask an Angel cards. We have prayer, Archangel Sandalphon. So Archangel Sandalphon is specifically with the Divine Feminine right now. Also could be with the Divine Masculine. Look up this angel, because there could be something significant in this angel's meaning for you. But we have prayer. This is about faith, you guys. Again, it does coincide with this. Choose your own path and what's best for you. What you feel inside, what your faith tells you, that's what's correct. Not what somebody else thinks about your journey, not what somebody else thinks about your connection. This is very sacred to you. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. And it may even be best moving forward, maybe not to share everything about your connection with other people. Sometimes it's just best to keep things to yourself. We have alchemy. Archangel Uriel now is coming through. So Sandalphon and Uriel. So this is alchemy, something that's being created, something that we can manifest during what we are given. The light, the illumination, the understanding, the answers that we are given during these either eclipses or just moon phase. You're meant to do something with this energy. You're meant to do something productive with what you are given during that period of time. I like that. And looking at the underbelly. So we have Archangel Jeremiah, clarity. Again, are we able to see clearly when we're wasting time, when we're not utilizing our time in the best way? We're just getting murky. We're not clear. We're not a clear channel at that point. We're all just we're drudged up with energies that just are useless. So make sure that your energy is clear. Don't waste your time with things that you shouldn't be wasting your time with. And let's go ahead and clarify with this last deck. This is the Moonchild Tarot. Yeah, Five of Swords, look at this. Five of Swords is a card of feeling defeated. Okay? It's a card of feeling defeated. We can feel defeated in many ways. We can feel defeated by something that someone says, something that we see, something that we read. There's all kinds of things that can cause us to feel defeated. I've gone through it, dozens of times on my journey. I don't even want to get into all of the things that have triggered me in a negative way on my journey, caused me to just question just everything. First of all, we're meant to question everything. First of all, we are meant to just go down that path of feeling lost and feeling defeated. We're meant to go through that because once we go through that, we can see things clearly. We can work through those shadows. We can kind of figure things out. It's kind of like where there's no pain, there's no gain, unfortunately. But when someone says something to you that negatively impacts you, especially about your faith and your journey and your belief system and what feels right to you, that can really do a number on you. It can really cause you to feel like maybe you got it all wrong. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're just dumb. Maybe you're just living in a fantasy. I always say that if something is not uplifting you and it's not adding something positive to your life, then of course, why would you really want to stay attached to that? So then you have your answer on your own. But don't allow somebody else to tell you what you need to do on your journey. Yes, there's people that are genuinely concerned, especially if they see you in a dark, depressed state. Maybe they're able to see certain pitfalls and things that you're doing or behaviors that you're entangled in that might not be the healthiest for you. It's not that anybody that has anything to say about your journey is negative, but it just means at the end of the day, if you feel really aligned on your journey and someone says something negative or they, challenge your current belief systems, it's about realizing that everybody is connected to their own journey in their own unique way, even you. And so you can let that roll off. You don't have to absorb it. Somebody else's opinion about twin flames or twin flame journeys, even my own, you guys, if that doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to take it. I very much am somebody that's, on the twin flame journey. I'm very free though. I'm very free with this journey. I'm just not attached to an outcome. I'm not attached to what I feel has to happen. Of course, I have desires of what I would like to happen, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to put my life on hold and wait for those things to happen. I know as a divine feminine, I'm here to empower myself and to be the best version of myself because of this connection. So I plan to do something with it. I'm not going to, and I know it's going to sound, kind of mean to say, but I'm not going to shit on what Spirit has gifted me by just doing nothing. I'm going to thrive in this life. I'm going to do something beautiful with what I've been given. Even though it's been painful, I feel like I have been able to do something amazing with this energy. So anyways, hopefully that helps somebody out there. So let's go ahead and go into the next message. So the next message is in the light of the moon, and it's connected to Archangel Uriel. In the light of the moon, we are being given something. Nine of Wands. So we can see in this particular card that this woman is sitting there and she's got all this light. She's very aligned with Spirit. 9 of Wands means like we've been through something, man. Whew, we have been through it on this journey. We have. We are just beat down. We are just those warriors that are just holding on and just hanging in there in some sort of way. But the next card would be the 10 of Wands, which means that anything that's burdensome, it's got to go. So again, if you're not feeling happy, if you're feeling miserable and you have felt miserable for quite some time on this journey and you see this connection as a curse and not a gift or a blessing, and it's not adding anything positive to your life, this may be a time on your journey through this eclipse season that you may feel like you want to just cycle it out and try to let it go. Whatever resonates for you. Just because you were told you were a twin flame doesn't mean that you have to accept that and be branded with that label for the rest of your life. That's why I don't believe that people should actually tell you that this is a twin flame connection, because again, I don't really believe that anybody can accurately look into that information. That is a special thing that you will discover on your own. And that doesn't take away from the people that have found out that way. It's just my belief system that it shouldn't be told in that way. Because sometimes people will hold on to that label and they're not ready to really absorb what that means. And they may misconstrue it for something else. So I feel like in the light of these eclipses and moon phases and just all this stuff that's going on, there is an opportunity to transmute energy and to cycle something through. And for some of you, you may just want to step away from this journey, whether it's permanent or temporarily. or it's just about letting any kind of low vibrational cycles go so that way you can experience more peace on your journey. So that's that message. All right, you guys, last one. We have looking at the underbelly of a situation, so utilizing our time more and just basically getting clear in our energy, clearing out our energy, no longer participating in just behaviors that don't serve. And oh my God, yes. We started with the devil. Remember, you guys, Capricorn, and we're ending with it. Whatever you guys, if you are, whatever you are participating in, you've got to clear this devil's energy. You got to clear this beast once and for all because it is not serving you. You are wasting time just kind of rolling around in this devil's energy. It's got a hold of you. So you have the power to clear yourself. You have the power to take that sword and to clear yourself and cut away from this devil's energy, this influence in your life. And this influence doesn't necessarily mean it's like an actual devil, but it's just like those thoughts in our head, 9 of Swords, those old fears, those old programs, those old things that have kept us stuck for so long. Let's clear it up. I don't want to live my life with this fear anymore. I don't want to live my life with these hangups anymore, these insecurities anymore. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to rid myself of this behavior. I'm going to do my best to utilize my time better. I'm no longer going to just subject myself to this behavior that I know isn't making me feel good. I'm going to handle this energy once and for all, and I'm going to get rid of it. And maybe I'm going to do it during this eclipse season because this is the perfect time to do it. So that's what I'm getting, you guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed those messages. I hope that they resonated with you and were helpful to you. And like I said, if some of this didn't resonate, no worries. Just let it roll off. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.